Today I got my 1980 Chrysler Newport with 15,000 miles. And those pedals down there sure tell me 15,000 miles. Not just that, the dash tells me 15,000 miles. And even better, the seats tell me 15,000 miles. Take a look here. It's a pretty light car for its size. 5320 is pretty light for this one. And yeah. So, 1980 Chrysler Newport. Judging by the production date, I assume somebody probably pre-ordered this car and probably pre-ordered this color combo, because I've never seen a Newport with a two-tone. Not a 79, 80, or 81. This is the first one I've ever seen. Now, this car was owned by an elderly woman who doesn't drive anymore and then sold off to someone. He barely used the car and then sold off to me. When this car was found, it had Oldsmobile hubcaps and I had to get the Chrysler ones on it. But hey, it's better than nothing. Paint's in alright shape. You could use a clear coat, but it's fine for now. The vinyl top is in perfect condition, which is what I like about it. I don't see any rust underneath, or, well, a little bit on the top, but nothing on the frame, which lets me know the car's been kept in a rust-free area. These Chrysler Newports are a full-size car, I believe 221 inches long around there, and then 79 or 80 inches wide, which is a pretty nice size. Something I really like about this paint combo is that stripe they use, where it kind of shudders back and forth and blends into the gray to the blue. But no, this is a nice car. This is a problem they came from factory. Due to them using aluminum bumpers starting in 1980, the chrome wouldn't stick on that well, and it kind of do that and peel off. But I've always liked the Chrysler vinyl pieces. Much better than the GMs. Hell, the Ford ones are better than GMs. It is a nice car. It is sure a nice car. A lot of people say that, well, I've heard people say that the bumper ends here, but that's not true. The bumper continues on into this portion here. And it is, well, it's very solid, very original car. Got optioned out with rear defrost, this paint job, and power windows. Those were the only options that were checked out on this car. You can get a slant 6 with these, 318 or 360. This one does have the 318, so it's a nice in-between. I would prefer the 318 over the 360 only because they're slightly more reliable. And by slightly more reliable, I mean they might last a little bit more miles than the 360. And, well, there's my dog staring into the sun and sunbathing as usual. These Newports are very nice full-size cars of the late 70s and early 80s. I believe the St. Regis's or the Grand Furies were used as either police cars or taxis due to how easy it is to work on these cars. These torsion bar and rear lift spring cars are amazing to work on compared to the GM or Ford cars, which use springs and therefore need a little bit more bushing attention and not as easy to take off a spring than a leaf spring. And torsion bars are surprisingly easy compared to what people say. I haven't really had problems with torsion bars. You just gotta have some muscle. I'm 5'3" and I have more than enough muscle to take off a torsion bar. Alright, this is a very solid original car. It's got about 2 or 3 issues. The wipers, they work, but they don't recline underneath the hood as they should. This window, the driver one, it doesn't go down very smoothly, and the motor's about to give out. And the rear defrost does not work. But I live in Florida, so that doesn't really matter most days. It's a very nice original car. Someone put an aftermarket seatbelt. Don't know why there, but they put that. We got it, as you can see, optioned out with power windows. It's very nice. I say that because this is a Newport. It is still is a Chrysler, yes, but it isn't a high up top executive car. I'd say this is more of a upper mid-range or mid-range-ish car. It's a very nice one. I very much like this steering wheel. One of my favorite steering wheels by Chrysler Corporation was this style. Very nice one to see. This, I believe, was around the time that they switched onto the high beams being like this and putting more controls on the stock here, which I'm not a fan of. I would prefer a switch somewhere in the dash here and have my high beam down there, but I guess the headache of this is better. Plus, yeah, that's not good. It's all right. 1980, they switched from to beep 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 beep, which, well, that's all right. It does come, I believe, standard with an AM/FM radio, but only a mono speaker, which means you get one speaker. It is an air-conditioned car. I believe the Newports came standard with air conditioning, and you get a double ashtray down here for driver and passenger, and person in the middle could use whichever. This is a padded dash, in case you were wondering. It is padded almost all over. And I say almost because this is not padded. The glove box doors and well, the best AC vents are located in this car and a bunch of other cars of this era. Very good position for AC vents. And it's got a very nice, decently sized glove box. That's your clock control. That's the digital chronometer there. Hang on. There we go. Now these clocks from factory came with a problem. Pretty bad electrical issues they have with if you press the window motor or you press the brakes or you touch the radio or anything electrical, the clock resets back to 12. Which is an absolutely wonderful engineering flaw that they had. I don't even try to set it anymore. This thing resets every time I press the brakes, so it's not worth it. That's some nice thicker carpeting. I do like this thick carpeting, not the pile thin garbage that they use today. This is real carpet, and these are massive, massive floor guards. Are huge when you see them in person. I like that. Got nice carpeting on the door too. Beautiful wood grain and the nice handle there. I love that. It's great. And the R body was the first car, or 1980 specifically, was the first one to switch the windows onto the door. I mean the mirrors. Not too much of a fan of that, but it's all right. It's got a antenna there, not electric. Sun visors. Not equipped with the mirrors. And that yellow stuff is the upper part of the roof disintegrating onto it. Well, of course, yeah, it's not nice. Part of it was me. I drove from Miami to Orlando with the windows down, cruising at 75 the whole way. So, whoops. But that's all right. It's expected to happen. I'm gonna go around the back now to get a better view of the rear. Manual door locks. And the rear has ashtrays in the back. This one's got a screw in it, but you get ashtrays in the back. See, that's classy. Keep some stuff there. There was no AC charge in it when I got it, but it has and it holds. So I'm pretty happy. Wow. The rear seats, when I sat on them for the first time, Oh my God, and this is only the seats for a Newport. You can only imagine New Yorker seats. Amazing, and it is very, very spacious rear end. I mean, wow. I'm sitting and I got, you know, and I'm not even at the door. If I push myself all the way to the door, I still have half of that seat and all that for people to sit in. That's amazing. That is amazing. That is a lot of space. And these windows are 3/4 windows. They don't go down all the way. I don't know if you see a line right there. This whole part does not go down. It goes down, 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 and it leaves that much left. Thank you, Chrysler. But no, they're pretty good. It's pretty good. Some wide headrests, I've noticed now that I see it. The headrests are quite wide. It's a great, amazing view from back here, especially to be escorted around in the back here. Just amazing seats and multiple sets of seat belts back here that have probably never been used and probably won't be used. Thanks to around this time they used this strange plastic that would change colors and disintegrate. But luckily it's only used there and absolutely everywhere else. There, here, there, up. Oh, that's metal, never mind. Yeah, that's that little corner there. The doors don't have it, so I'm pretty happy that the doors don't have it. But yeah, this plastic tends to change colors. I have my other car. Wow, it is sun-baked completely. It is two-toned and not from factory. Car is pretty good. The window seals are amazing. And I know I will never be able to find window seals for it, so it's all good. You got your coat racks up there. I've used them before. They work great. I've actually never seen them fail, so I don't know what I'm saying. And the mirrors say something, objects in the mirror closer than they appear, which I really didn't think they'd say that back then, but they do. It's an amazing, comfortable view from back here. You can get these pull door handles. You pull slightly up and the door pops nice and wide open. You have no problem getting out of this car. That's how a door slams. Let's take a look at the trunk, huh? Is my dog still here? Okay, my dog disappeared. Lovely. Stop opening trunk. Keep cooler than oil just in case ain't trying fluid, but it does not leak, burn, or do any of that. It's a factory spare. I have another spare just for the fun of it. And conveniently, there's a very perfectly sized hole for my jack. Since this car did not come with the jack, I have to use that. And I don't know where you're supposed to put the jack in these cars. I know you're supposed to put it on the bumper, but I don't know where you would put it on this car. Oh, I love the sticker. Unleaded gasoline only. I'm surprised that's even there. They put it there because fuel filler's right there. I don't know why cars don't do that anymore. I mean, it's amazing that you could fill from this or that side because it's right down the middle. That is amazing. You get this cover over it, I guess. I'm pretty sure the Newports have it, and I don't think the Grand Furies have it, if I'm being 100% honest. But it is nice on the way to have it. So you can see no water damage or anything. Oh, that's the jack. Oh shit, okay, I did not, wow, alright, I'm realizing a few things now. So yeah, it is a factory two-tone, as you can tell by the trunk. And I very much like this factory two-tone. The paint coat itself even says it on the car. That's how I realized. But no, it is a very, very spacious trunk. But never as spacious as the Lincoln and Ford trucks. Nice long rear tail lights to wrap around. I like that. It's a real man's car, and you can tell because it has plenty amounts of chrome and the size of the car. Gotta have the right tires on it. Beautiful chrome door side guards too. Mirrors have this black stripe around them. Adds a touch of class. I like that. Something I do like about this car is that the vinyl roof stops right here. It doesn't go all the way down. That's much better. It will rot a lot less like that. I really, really like that. It's very nice. Now let's pop open that hood. Come on. Actually, I'll start up the car. Let's get it running. Here we go. I know. It still has that. So this is a 318 with 15,000 miles. When I got this car, it was a little horrifying to drive because it still had the original radiator hose on the lower and the water pump bypass hose. Horrified that the car was driven from New York to here like that 3 years ago. But it made it, so whatever. I changed the lower one out of fear. I could not find an upper one, so... And by that, I mean, I hate using the universal ones. Ugliest things in this planet. I'll never use one. I'd rather use that and wait for it to blow up. Well, that's fine for me. This is a fully pollution deleted car. Any single pollution piece I deleted, absolutely everything. Everything is gone. Take that garbage out. I took the whole pump out and everything. I took a whole belt out for it. Gone. Someone changed the horns and put Toyota Corolla horns on it. Don't know why, but whatever. The ignition system is... I assume someone changed the ignition system on this car because in 1980 I don't think they came like this. They put more of a 72, 3, 4, even 5 ignition system on it because it's a 4-pin, not a 5-pin. Which is an amazing thing. I would have not liked to do that myself. I am going to change a coil on it. It is a stock one. I don't like that. It did have the stock cap and rotor. Wow, this car was untaken care of completely. When you see the stock cap and rotor, wow, that is sad. And worse than that, it had the factory, and I'm just assuming, but because it was completely gunky, the factory power steering fluid, which is just tranny fluid, but you know, I don't think 40-year-old tranny fluid is very effective. When I changed it, wow, the steering, wow. I had to do 3 flushes on and the steering became nimble. Very soft and nimble afterward. As you can see, the booster and the master are new. Don't know why, but it's alright. Got some nice stickers there. Oh, the engine still has a sticker on it. And yeah, here's another sign of the This was the air filter when I got it. Something tells me this air filter is 15,000 miles old. This little cute battery cover is also where the washer fluid and the washer pump is located. It's very nice. It's very nice. And here are the options. It's partially blocked, but everything's there. I'm assuming the radiator's been changed before. Just assuming, but yeah. Another thing that also scares me that I did buy and I'm waiting for is the belts. Those are factory belts. Yeah. Factory belts. Not the brightest thing. And it's got some sort of OBD1 scan thing here. I like that. Very healthy 318. A lot of original parts. Oh, there goes a Ohio. Want to change a PCV valve, but those aftermarket ones start to make noise, so I can't do that. Probably going to change the alternator soon. Judging from it, it's probably stock like everything else. Bought a fuel filter for it too. That looks something about